Hi guys, welcome back. All right, so we finished the cardio portion of the cardiovascular system. So the next one is the vascular. So this is about the vascular. What do you need to know about the vascular? Basically, you need to know what they do, right? Location and function. We are not going to talk about the anatomy because that is supposedly you learned that already. That require a lot of like memory, memorization about different vessels in different organ system. All right, so that's not our focus. Um, our focus is to focus on what do they do, right? So their function is basically to bring the blood circulation, and the blood vessels. So here is the blood vessel. Blood vessel can be can be can be can be viewed as a three layer. You have the inner layer. This is called tunica intima. You probably learned this one already in your anatomy, but we are going to emphasize on its functional portion, physiology portion here. So tunica intima, and what's the function about it? Basically, tunica intima is the layer that has endothelial cell. So here you can see that endothelial cell, the most inner layer of the blood vessel. This one will is right here. So it's right here, inner layer. So this is the tunica intima. This is endothelial. So quick question, what cells components are the primary cells or the major cells in the tunica intima? The answer would be the endothelial cell. So don't get confused by the endothelial versus epithelial. So let me write it down here. Epithelial cell or epithelium. Yeah, epithelium or epithelial cells are skin cells. Those are the one to interface with the outside world. So basically your skin here, 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 all the way into the digestive system, all the way down to the annual and then coming out. So that's the epithelium, including nasal, including cornea. So those are the epithelium. Those cells uh, basically gradually dying to the top, and then you form a layer of the dead cells as a protection for you. So that's the skin cell. Endothelials are different. Endothelials are the border between different between basically between the blood vessel and the vessel wall, blood and the vessel wall. So that's that. So that's the endothelium. Endothelium. All right. So that's that. So what's its function? Its function basically is to control vessel diameter. It will control the next layer. This is next layer. This next layer is called tunica media, middle, tunica media. What do we have here? The major cells form or compose uh, uh, in the tunica media is the smooth muscle. All right, here we go, muscle. We talk about muscle so many times. And this is the last a member of the muscle. We have the skeletal muscle, hard muscle, and the smooth muscle. Where do we have the smooth muscle? All these tubule, blood vessels, gastrointestinal system, those tubule are formed by the smooth muscle. So that's that. So what does muscle do? Muscle conduct constriction. So those are the cells that can conduct constriction. So basically, it's a muscle mechanical movement, right? So that's that. So this one though, you can see that the smooth muscle kind of like form a circle. We have the circle, and so when this muscle contrast getting shorter, so all this, so you can consider that you have the each cell is like holding hands with the next cell holding hands, so you have people holding hands and form a circle, something like that. When everybody contrasts, when they shorten their arms, the circle becomes smaller. So muscle constriction or contraction will cause a blood vessel constriction, vasoconstriction. Yeah. And when do we contract? It's regulated by the communication between endothelial and the smooth muscle. And why does endothelial will cause the contraction? Well, there are several reasons. It could be that usually it's a sympathetic, fight or flight. It will cause vasoconstriction. It release the norepinephrine, acts on it, and to cause vasoconstriction, increase blood pressure. And or if there is like a injury, for example, the inflammation, for example, when there is an inflammation, then these molecule will also act on the endothelium cells, and then it will circulate in blood, acts on the endothelium cells. They will also cause vasodilation, so increased blood circulation, and so it helps us to bring the immune cells into the local site to kill the bacteria or kill the to clean away the dead cells, for example. So that's that. So it can be regulated by endothelium cells. So that's the tunica media. What's the major cells in the tunica media? That's the smooth muscle, all right? And the outer layer is tunica externa. So tunica externa basically is the outer layer. It provides the protection. If it enhances the structure of the vessel wall, like the outer layer will be the strongest, the toughest one. And what makes it tough, especially there will be a lot of like collagens, a lot of fibers, and those fibers are formed by the fibroblast cells. And so that's that. Right. So that's the 3-layer. We have these 3 layers throughout our circulation. Let me show you this one, the very first one here. Our circulation right here. So our circulation right here. So you have the same vessel. It will continue from the aorta to the artery, to the capillary, to the venule, to the veins, and to the vena cava, and back to the heart. To the artery right here, artery, pulmonary artery, capillary, to the pulmonary vein, and back to the heart. So the vessels are continuous. So these 3 layers are continuous. They are thick in the artery because artery carry high blood pressure. So you need to be thick wall in order to sustain that strong push of the flow of fluid or fluid pressure. But this layer will, when the vessel becomes thinner, this wall becomes thinner as well. And when it becomes so thin that it has to get rid of several others and only maintain the very inner layer of the endothelium cell, they become the capillary. And when they leave the capillary beds, capillary network, and they become the veins, then the thickness increase back again. So you in the capillary, you only have the most inner layer, the endothelium. And when it getting thicker, you have this smooth muscle coming back, appear basically. And then you see those 3 layers again. So that's that. So you have these 3 layers. Tunica intima, tunica media, and the tunica externa. You need to know what's their cell components in it. Endothelial cell, smooth muscle, and this one is fibroblast, but that's less important. But these 2 are important because these 2 are important for circulation control. All right, so this one summarizes what we talk about. 3 layer, tunica intima. That's the major cells here is the endothelial cell. tunica media, the major cell here are the smooth muscle, and tunica externa, they are a lot of fibers and elastic fiber, collagen fibers. They are all mainly formed by fibers, right? Fibroblast. We have these fibroblast cells throughout our organ, throughout our body. They are the major one to produce this extracellular matrix. Yeah. All right. Now, knowing these, and we kind of know that they will spread throughout our vessel, we need to know these. So you can see that these, they present in both artery and vein. So here, example, artery, you have the tunica intima, you have the endothelial cell for both. You have smooth muscle for both. Veins and artery both have smooth muscle. So veins can contrast to you have tunica externa or adventitia in both. So that's basically the same. The only difference would be that artery is thicker, veins are thinner. Another big difference is that structurally, the veins has valve. So you can see that here is valve. The reason is that when you have blood circulation, let me go back to this one here, this slides. When you have blood circulation, right here, yes. From the heart, the pressure is high because it's from the source. So artery carry the high fluid pressure. However, when you get back to the veins, you don't really have force to push the flow back to the heart. The force, the pressure to push the fluid movement is very weak. So in order to keep the direction of this flow, these veins has the valve. So when fluid goes through, they cannot go back. So it prevents the backflow. So that's the veins. Yeah. All right. So that's what's the difference? So artery, what does it do? It carry the blood from the heart. Veins, what does it do? It carry the blood back to the heart. So the direction is that. And the artery, because it's from the heart, it has high blood pressure. Veins has low blood pressure. The structure difference is that veins has valve. So those are those. All right. So that's the capillary. Sorry, that's the artery and the veins. And then the other one is the capillary. So artery is, the function is to bring the blood from the heart. Veins are bring the blood back to the heart. Then what is the function of capillary? Capillary is a function where we have substance exchange. What does it really mean? So in the end of the day, the purpose of cardiovascular system is to deliver oxygen into local tissue and to pick up the metabolic waste from the local tissue. Let's revisit this one again right here. So in the end of the day, you basically will carry oxygen to the local tissue, and from the local tissue, you pick up CO2 and the metabolic waste products back to the heart. And those will be processed. If it's CO2, you breathe it out. If it's metabolic waste products, you will bring it to the kidney and you remove those through urination. So that's that. So that is the function. And so even though artery is important, but you don't have substance exchange here. Even though veins are important, you don't have substance exchange over here. The only place, because their vessel wall is very thick, so things cannot easily diffuse across. The only thing the only place to allow substance exchange, like in and out, is in the capillary, because capillary is very thin, the vessel wall is very thin, so it allows the CO2, O2 exchange between the blood and the local tissue. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. Yeah. So that's the place. So what's the major function of the capillary? It's for substance exchange. Let me see here. So do we have the word here? Here, substance exchange. So that's the major function of the capillary. Yeah. So it has a single layer of the endothelium. So we say that all cells has these three layers, intima, media, externa. Yes, all vessel has except the capillary, because capillary is so thin. We only have the endothelial cell. So let me show you the picture here. You don't see smooth muscle. You have these endothelial cells. These cells are attached to the basement membrane. So it's a extracellular space, it's a sheath, and the cell just attached to it, and so they have something to hold on to it, but it's very thin. It's only single layer. Blood vessel, the blood pressure cell, it's so thin that it can only allow single red blood cells to go through. So that's that. So capillary is place we have the substance. You can have a gas exchange, O2 deliver into a tissue, CO2 go back to the blood, nutrients go to a tissue, metabolic waste product. You use those nutrients to generate ATP, and then you have ATP is adenosine triphosphate. So metabolic waste product will be that adenosine. After you use all this triphosphate, then adenosine will come in here. You also have a protein. You use the protein. So protein metabolic waste products usually is urea. Then it will go in here. Yeah. So that's that. And so the capillary. So this is the last slide. It summarizes the feature of the blood vessel. Which blood vessel carry high blood pressure? Artery. Which blood vessel carries blood from the heart? Artery. Which blood vessel has valve, veins, vein? Which blood vessel has single layer? Doesn't have the smooth muscle. Which blood vessel doesn't have smooth muscle? That's the capillary. Which blood vessels allow the substance exchange? That's the capillary. So that's that. All right. Veins also have high compliance. It means that it can expand because the vessel wall is so thin, so it can expand. It's called high compliance. It can expand when you have more fluid. It can become smaller when you have less body fluid. So that's that. That's everything about the vessel. All right. Let me know if you have any question. Okay. And then that's for today's lecture. And the next one we will talk about the blood pressure. Yep. All right. Bye bye.